Hey, everybody. Welcome. Some of you from Japan, China, the Philippines, Latin America will come to an English-speaking country. But you want to talk about your life and your experience. Well, sometimes you still need some help. Today is part 1 of a listener who is facing this. Let's get started right after this.
皆さんこんにちは。毎日少しずつ社交に使える英語の上達を目指すソーシャルイングリッシュポッドキャストへようこそ。今日はぜひもっと自信を持って英会話してみましょう。 Are you ready, Percy? Let's go!
Hell yes, I'm ready. Let's get started here. Yokuso, minasan, konnichiwa, konbanwa. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Social English Podcast with your host, Percy, here. Today, I am definitely pumped up. Maybe pumped up should be a new Social English Snacks episode. I don't know. Today is a English repair shop episode. All right. In these English repair shop episodes, I help a Japanese person who asked me or a listener who sends me a message, and I help them with their English. This way, you and I can listen to their mistakes and help to fix them together. All right, that's what it's all about. Now, today is an interesting episode because this listener has a long, nagai, very long conversation in English. So, let's do it in 2 parts. So today I will do part 1. And in the next episode, part 2. Now remember, here at Social English, you learn how to speak social English for social situations. So think about that as you listen to my buddy Ko, who will tell you about today's episode.
すべての英語修理店のエピソードと同様に4つのパートがあります。パート1では英語を勉強している日本人が間違っていったことを正確に聞くことができます。パート2では会話型のソーシャルイングリッシュスタイルで正しい英語を聞くことができます。パート3ではパーシーはあなたが同じ過ちを犯さないようにするために彼が重要だと考えるヒントをあなたに与えます。パート4でパーシーは正しい英語版を高速で自然な速度で言います。このようにしてネイティブの速度で英語を聞く練習をすることもできます。
Okay, so for all of you listeners, here is those same instructions. Okay, part 1. I will say exactly the wrong English. You can learn by listening to these mistakes. In part 2, I will fix this English and give you a clear social English, conversational English way to say what the listener is trying to say. Okay, so correct version number 2. Number 3, part 3, I will give you any hints, tips, or tricks, anything I can tell you to help you not make these mistakes. Okay, then in part 4, I will give you one more time the correct version, but it will be in native speed. So it will be a fast speed so you can practice listening to fast English or native speed English. Okay? So those are the 4 parts of today's episode. Okay? So how about we get started with part 1? Okay, so here it is. Let's get started with part 1, the wrong English. Here we go. Time is so fast. I realized it's been over 1 year since when I came in Canada already. Looking back, I've done a lot of experience that good things and bad things entire through this year. Most of case good things. I'm sure the decide which is came here as a study abroad is good determination, and this is going to be important turning point for my life. Okay, so that is part 1 of the wrong English. Okay, let me read it one more time for you. Time is so fast. I realized it's been over 1 year since when I came in Canada already. Looking back, I've done a lot of experience that good things and bad things entire through this year. Most of case good things. I'm sure the decide which is came here as a study abroad is good determination, and this is going to be important turning point for my life. Okay, right now I want you to think about some mistakes that this listener has done. Think about it right now and think about how you would change those mistakes. Okay, so how would you fix this? Well, listen to me. This is part 2. This is real social English. This is a correct way to say this passage with so many mistakes. Many mistakes. Okay, so listen really closely. Pay attention. Okay, here we go. Wow. Time moves so fast. I just realized it's been over a year since I moved to Canada. When I look back, I've had a lot of good experiences here and bad ones too, but mostly good ones. My decision to come here as a study abroad student was a great one. And I'm sure it's going to be an important turning point in my life. Okay, so please listen to that again slowly if you need to, because there are a lot of mistakes that would not be said in real English, or words that were turned around. So let me go ahead and say that one more time. This might be a little different, skoshi dake, just a little different version, but it's also social English. Okay, so here we go. Wow, time moves so fast. I just realized that I've been in Canada for already over a year. When I look back, I realized I've had a lot of good and bad experiences. But most of the experiences were good. I am certain that my decision to come to Canada as a study abroad student was a good one. But I will need more determination to get through this important turning point in my life. Okay, so let's go to part 3. Here's part 3, my important tips, tricks, and hints. Okay, so first, we never almost never use determination in conversations in social English. Because it sounds, when we have conversation, we don't want to talk like a book or a something from a movie, okay? That sounds too strange. Just normal, relaxed conversation. So we wouldn't use determination. Okay, now let's go to this phrase, this first sentence. Time is so fast. Okay, in English, we would never say time is so fast. You're talking about, I understand what he's trying to say about time moves fast. So in English, we would say time moves so fast, or time passes by so fast. Something like that. Okay. And then next, when I came in in Canada or India. Okay, so here we have when I came in Canada. That is a sexual connotation. It means it's a sexual thing. All right, so do not use that ever, 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 never, ever, ever use this. Dame. When I came in. Don't ever use when I came in, ever. Okay? It talks about sex. It's not a good look. Don't use that. You want to say when I came to, or when I got to, since I've been here, since I've been in, but never came in. Okay. Okay, so that's the big no, do not use that. Okay, so let's go to, I'll give you one more. Actually, that was 3. Yeah, that was 3. But let me give you a bonus. One more. Okay, so yeah. I've done a lot of experience. That good. So I've done a lot of experience is not correct. So done, yes, done is a verb, a past tense verb, past tense. Okay, so meaning, did, done, things like or do, did, done. But we don't want to use done in this situation. Okay, so what you want to use is had. Okay, and experiences. You didn't just do one thing. We would never, even if we went to I went to the beach. I went to the beach in Rio de Janeiro, Ipanema. I went to the beach and I had experience. No. In English, you want to use the plural. Experiences. I've had many experiences. I had some experiences, because in English, maybe it's because English, but when we speak about doing something, we talk about we'll be doing many other things. I went to the beach. Experience. I saw the famous Brazilian bikinis. Experience. I drank Brazilian alcohol. Experience. I went swimming in the ocean in Brazil. Experience. So these are all things in one day that you did. Experience says you did more than one thing in one day. Okay, just going. So we never use experience. So it sounds very strange. Please do not use that in your social English conversations. Okay, so now let's go to part 4. Let's go to my fast English. I will give you 2 different versions. Please listen carefully. Okay, let's go. Time goes by so fast. I just realized it's been over a year since I came to Canada. When I look back, I've had a lot of great experiences, some good and some bad, but mostly good. When I came here to study abroad, I just realized that the decision was a good one, and it's going to be an important turning point in my life. Here's version 2. Still real social English. Time goes by so quickly, man. It's so fast. I just realized I've been in Canada for over a year. When I look back, I've had a lot of bad experiences and good ones, but mostly good. This year, I am sure that the decision that I had to come to Canada to study abroad was a good one. I know this is going to be an important and great turning point in my life.
このショーを気に入っていただけたら5つ星のレビューをぜひお願いします。
Okay, everyone, that's going to do it for today's episode of the Social English Podcast. Time is so fast, part 1. Today, I have an action item for you. Talk about a country that you want to go to or you live in now. Maybe you are a study abroad student in America, in Canada, in China, and you want to talk about your good experiences and bad. So, use this in a sentence with a friend to talk about your experience, okay? So I want you to try this and see how it works for you. Try to talk about experiences that you've had and what you like about them and what you don't like about them. Okay, so that's it. Do that for me, and I am sure you are going to do great and have an awesome experience learning English. Okay, so please do me one favor. Go ahead and rate this episode on Apple iTunes. I'd really appreciate it. And remember, in the next episode, we are going to help this listener with part 2. And in part 2, we are going to help them finish fixing the rest of their English for this episode. Okay? Well, that's it. Peace and love. See you in the next episode.
今日は楽しい時間をありがとうございました。ぜひ私たちのウェブサイト realsocialenglish.com を訪問して日本語訳と役立つ情報を手に入れてください。また次回お会いしましょう。バイバイ。See you next time. Bye bye.